Here's Grant. And it's Denver with the rebound. From the wing. And the shot no good, a bit short.
Boy, there was no hand in his face right there. I thought for sure he was going to knock that down.
And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
Yeah, how about that one? Able to maintain control and finish the play.
Yeah, we call that playing through the whistle. You know, he didn't give up on it when he heard the whistle. He kept his focus, his concentration, and he found a way to get the shot up and down. A little bit of a magic act here, pulling off the Houdini to make that catch and slam.
Stupendous alley-oop.
I think the crowd is still stunned by that one. No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give the chance for the and one.
Denver shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line. So he gets them both. On defense, Denver. A baseline J. Villar's shot is off.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Shot's good from Oden.
In that tight, with that much of an advantage height-wise, there's just not a lot the defense can do.
It's blocked. And that goes out of bounds. Last touch by Carroll. The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Here's Grant. They grab their own miss. Grant's gone 1 of 3 shooting so far. Lucas against Salmons. Carroll with it. To the middle. Shot clock at 5. Jefferson. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. This is his first free throw of the game. Bairstow, he's checked in for Chicago. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find something, you're right. And it's Gibson finishing it off. The rim rattler.
Just a remarkable jam. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now.
That's straight up Showtime stuff right there, baby. Major highlight reel material.
Salmons passes to Bairstow. To the paint. A runner. Can't get it to go. And Denver the other way now. There's the lob to the hoop. Dives for it. Here's Anderson. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
That is some real serious dime dropping there. Exquisite assist.
And the dunk by Jefferson.
And he gives that rim a good tug on the way down.
That's how you drive your point home.
I tell you what, he's lucky on that one that he got away with maybe not picking up a team.
There's the killer two-handed slam.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
Big group substitution here for Denver. Powell, he's checked in for Oden. Joel Freeland comes in for Corey Jefferson. And Mbah-a-Moute's checked in for Damari Carroll. And Tony Douglas is subbed in for Lucas. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group. Jason Maxiel's checked in for Gibson. Webster comes in for John Salmons. Barnes checked in for Alan Anderson. And Tony Douglas is subbed in for Grant. And Mbah-a-Moute dishes to Powell. That misses off the backboard. Chicago trails by 8. Farr. That's in, coming off a nice assist from Douglas.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
Pass to Mbah-a-Moute. The 3 ball. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
Denver leading by 7. The shot by Powell, no good.
Well, he gets it in close, but you have to credit that stifling defense for forcing the miss.
Exactly, Greg. I mean, defense like that really increases the degree of difficulty on that shot by a large amount.
Here is Douglas. Here's Mejri. Oh, we've seen some great...
Ladies and gentlemen, dance team.
And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And now we'll get a perspective. Here on the hustle game, how it's been going for Denver.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
They also came out of the locker room with their running shoes on. I mean, their transition game has been full throttle.
We've got Tony Douglas. Jamari Carroll is out there with Jones. Then it's John Lucas. That's the group for Denver getting going here in the second.
And if the shot's not there, you've got to understand that. Move the basketball.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm not quite sure what his mindset or what he was thinking there. I mean, that was just a terrible shot.
Chicago shooting their second and third free throws tonight. Both good from the line that time. Denver leading by 5. Now the dish to Carroll. Back to Lucas. Passes it to Douglas. Off target with his 3. Here's Chicago. Grant kicks to Anderson. Gets the 14-footer to fall. Anderson's got 4 points this quarter.
And really smart to draw his man out to the perimeter. He's giving up too much size to be effective inside.
Showed nice basketball IQ. I agree, Greg. I mean, if he finds his spot on the perimeter and doesn't force it, I think his outside shot will be hard to block no matter who's defending him. Well, the effort was there, but he just couldn't quite fight his way through traffic.
And, guys, this game won't be close for long if they keep giving up dunks like that.
No, it won't, G.A. You're right. A glaring error defensively and letting them get all the way to the basket that time.
But it's only 2 points. I mean, it was flashy, no doubt, but still, it only counts for 2. 2 is all.
Denver calls timeout. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game, and that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
Greg Oden, he's checked in for Denver. Jefferson comes in for Perry Jones. Grant kicks to Gibson. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. "11 feet away. Oden with the rebound. Denver leading by 3. Down low. Here's Jefferson. Makes it off the glass. Jefferson's got 8 points.
You know, that's been a big part of their offense in the early stages. I mean, their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range, right at the rim.
And Clark, they might as well keep doing it. I mean, attack the basket until the defense makes an adjustment.
Oden a screen. Corner shot. No good.
Most of the time, that shot will go down. Or the defenders have to make sure they tag it.
Dishes to Anderson. From downtown. No luck. Jefferson with some nice D. Carroll passes to Oden. No good off the back of the rim. Chicago trails by 5. Here's Salmons. Carroll with the rebound.
And although he doesn't quite get the block, he does get the missed field goal attempt because of his ability to alter the shot.
Well, almost as effective as a block. I mean, made him completely change his release point, and I think that caused the miss.
A different look for Denver. Mbah a Moute comes in for Damari Carroll, and it's Vaughn in for Tony Douglas.
And very little fight put up by the defense as he made his way to the bucket for the jam.
They did seem to take the cautious approach, Greg, when it came to defending that one. You're right.
And, guys, it's not the time for caution now. I mean, they've got to be aggressive and take some risk to see if they can cut that lead down.
So it's Denver now, after Chicago picking up a basket just moments ago. And there's the call on Tony Douglas. That's his first foul. A different look for Denver. Powell, he's checked in for Oden. And it's Joel Freeland in for Corey Jefferson. Wide open look. Lucas, that's good. Lucas has got his first bucket in this one. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. For Chicago, they have shot 2 of 3 from the free throw line tonight. And the first one drops. He hits both from the stripe.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
Yeah, I like everything you said there, because when all else fails, if you can get to the stripe, that's really a good way to change the momentum in the game, because you get points and you also slow down the opponent because the game isn't going up and down as much.
And you saw how quick the defense was. They were ready for him. They got the hand in the face there and made that much more difficult.
Yeah, and every team needs that kind of rugged interior defense, because you want to try to distract your opponents when they get inside, and you also want to make them uncomfortable in their shot attempts.
Chicago trails by 9. The shot's good from Douglas.
Just a little confusion among the D as to who was supposed to be on it.
Lucas kicks to Mbah a Moute. But they recover it. Feeds to Freeland. Hairstow pulls it in.
You know, not sure if he's playing to the crowd, but no need for the fadeaway on that shot.
And they're pushing it up.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
They better not. I mean, they've got to pad their lead anytime an opportunity presents itself, and that was a golden one.
And so we wrap up the first half. Denver on top, up by 8. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
Ladies and gentlemen, dance team.
And the third quarter about ready to get underway.
Well, take a look at the numbers for Jefferson. He has 8 points and 1 assist.
All right, the second half beginning in just a moment. Chicago trails by 8. Second half underway. Here's who Mike Malone's got on the floor. Grant is out there with Alan Anderson. Then it's Taj Gibson. Then it's Salmons. And it's Villar in at the center, locking down the middle. And Gibson, here we go. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. For Chicago, they have gone 4 for 5 from the charity stripe in this one up to now. And the first one drops.
2 shots.
That one misses. Denver leading by 7. From deep. No good. Here's Villar. Gibson with it. Jefferson picks him up. No good from Gibson. Here's Carroll. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. I mean, much better off making him go to the line.
Chicago trails by 8. Here's Villar. And rattles out the dunk. You know, the layup might have been a better shot for him. Here's Oden. And that basket pushes the lead to double digits. Oden's got 6. Here's Salmons. And a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying antics to narrow the deficit.
Tell you what, fellas, that could give them the energy boost they've been looking for.
It's Anderson with the drive. And yes, sir, that one drops. 8 points for him.
Yeah, heads-up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
Denver calls timeout.
And, you know, obviously, you know, there's some things out there he does not like and wants to talk it over.
Well, Greg, you played and you envision yourself as a coach as well. So, you know, sometimes you need to make some adjustments.
Douglas is checked in for John Lucas. Denver leading by 6. Douglas with it. Now defended by Grant. Stolen by Anderson. Goes up. Rips down the breakaway. Slam.
Well, they won't. Be down for long if they can get some more early offense just like that.
And Clark, the best way to get that early offense is with steals that allows you to get out in transition.
Back to Oden. Villar with the rebound.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
Salmons, no luck.
You can see he just rushed that a little bit. Lost the focus, I think.
Kicks it to Oden. Over in the corner, Douglas. 5 to shoot. Here's Jefferson. Lays it in without an inch of room around him. Jefferson's got 10 points in the game. Here's Grant. Got a piece of it. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. Goes up on the wing. And he hits the jumper for 2. And now an 8-point Denver lead. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. And Gibson, here we go. And they're able to recover. Pass to Anderson. Here's the three. And again, Chicago. No good.
And he has slipped into a funk, Clark. You can see the confidence is shaken.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, he's very much deflated. The basket looks a lot smaller to him at this point, and the only way you can get out of it is to work yourself out of it.
Vaughn, the pass to Oden. Here's Jefferson. He scores his 5th field goal. He's taken 9 shots to get those 5.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the league.
Chicago calls timeout.
That was a good time to call the timeout to try to settle everybody down and get back into their offensive rhythm. They've been coughing up the rock an awful lot.
A different look for Denver. Joel Freeland, he's checked in for Oden. Jones comes in for Jefferson. And Wallace subbed in for Tony Douglas. Over to the left wing. Here's Webster. And the shot falls short this time.
The fadeaway was the right shot there because it got his attempt away from the defender, but the touch was poor.
A shot by Freeland, no good.
Ill-advised shot there, Clark.
Yeah, exactly. That was lower than low percentage.
And there's the pass to Vaughn. Another shot. And it's Chicago with the rebound. To the wing right side. Got that bucket in no time at all. Vaughn's got 4 points now in the quarter. All right, well, look at how the hustle game has been going for Denver.
Boy, their hounding, harassing efforts at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
Yeah, and the other things they've done since the beginning of this game is score points off turnovers and in bunches.
Denver making a switch here. Lucas is checked in. Here's Vaughn. He feeds it to Jones. Can't hit. Now Chicago takes it the other way. Here's Douglas. Shot is off. Great D that time from Lucas. And pushing it up, here's Denver. Here's Freeland. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. And Denver leads by 11.
You know what? That's what you like to see. A perfect pass leading him right into the shot. Didn't even have to break stride.
Denver with the ball. They lead by 11, the largest margin of the game. Jones kicks to Lucas. On the wing, Wallace. Lucas dishes to Freeland. And that one's good. Freeland's got 6 points.
There's got to be some defensive help there. I mean, the size difference is just too great.
And here at the end of the third.
Every dime is a flake.
And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the fourth. Denver leading by 13. Vaughn is out there with Lucas. Then it's Oden. Then it's Mbamute. And it's Jefferson in the 4-man position. That's the group on the floor for Denver. Vaughn, the pass to Jefferson. Mbamute. Second chance shot. Lucas, that's good. Lucas has got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for Denver.
Cutting into that lead a little bit. Way to finish.
And the basket is still shaking.
Oh, I mean, he has got power in bunches on that two-hand.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
Oh, wow.
That's a beautiful jam.
Even when they're down, he's still looking to do the spectacular. And he pulled it off.
Well, maybe this is the best time to do it.
I agree. I mean, now's when you need a spark, something electric to get your teammates fired up.
Anderson kicks to Selmans. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup.
Guys, that time he went for the fancy finish for us there, man. That was sweet.
Denver calls timeout.
Ladies and gentlemen, dance team.
catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, I was able to listen in on what Quinn Snyder was going over with his team. He wants to make sure they stay assertive and aggressive on the offensive end, saying, I don't want to sit on this lead. Let's build on it and not give them a chance of coming back. Guys?
All right, Doris, thank you very much. Shot by Oden is no good.
Defender's height advantage really forced a tough shot, a difficult shot. Tried to fade it over the top, but no dice.
I tell you what, he clearly had a brain freeze on that one. You might just as well keep going straight to the bench.
Carroll against Salmons. Carroll dishes to Lucas. And it's blocked. Fast break. Here comes Chicago. Salmons gets the bucket.
No doubt that is within his range.
Well, I would hope so. He's a pro, and it was only a one-footer. Come on now.
Gibson with the steal. Here's Bolar. And he goes in for the dunk.
And all of a sudden, the shots now falling in bunches. The complexion of this game has completely changed.
Yeah, and that was the only thing that could have brought him back in this game. Everything had to start dropping. And boy, have they gotten on a roll. You know, it's been a bad day for them at the line today as a whole, and far too often, that's the case for this team. It's been a nice game for Salmon. 12 points and a decent little assist total for him, too.
No doubt they'd like to see that carry over to the rest of the team. Get good assist numbers all the way around. How about this run they're in the midst of? On the verge of tying it up or maybe even taking the lead.
Has been an unreal turnaround, and I give a lot of credit to the defense right along with what they did on offense, because the defense actually gave them the spark they needed.
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Here's Bolar, guarded by Oden. Shot's good.
And now we can see them really working it inside.
Yeah, Clark, quality looks at the rim. That's fueling this run.
Lucas, the pass to Vaughn. Back to Lucas.
2 minutes left.
Stolen by Grant. Fast break. Here comes Chicago.
High drama here, guys. I mean, they've managed to get hot just when it looked like this thing was out of reach.
And what a huge injection of energy they got here in crunch time. Suddenly, they're an offensive juggernaut.
Oden the screen. Here's Lucas. That one a little long. Here's Chicago. They're on an 18-5 run. And Anderson gets it to go.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Yeah, high percentage shots are what they are getting in terms of the attempts, and that's just not going to get it done. They've got to figure it out.
First free throw is good, and that gives them the lead. So he gets them both, and it's a 2-point ball game.
And that was huge right there. Just as cool as he could be. And he's been clutch at the line there in a very tense moment.
Oh! Talk about putting something extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, Clark, and he's going to finish firm when he gets the space.
I'm startled that he would even try something like that at this stage of the game. The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Inside, here's Lucas. Good!
As clutch a shot as I have ever seen.
In a word, gutsy.
The feed to Gibson. Cannot hit. Jefferson with some nice deep. And here's Denver. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Carroll against Salmons. Oden a screen. Just 5 to shoot. Pass to Vaughn.
Now you need every basket you can get.
Greg, I think they're still alive here, but they better execute every trip down the floor from here on out.
Assistant.
Denver calls timeout. The score is tied at 59. 11 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Seconds left in the fourth quarter. Now here's Lucas. Here's Jefferson. Time expires. And what great competition we're seeing so far. After regulation, the stalemate. And we'll see now how these two teams and these few minutes of basketball pan out. And it's Chicago to start out. And no shortage of excitement here. And we're officially underway in overtime in this game. Courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineup for us now in overtime. So on the floor for Denver, they've got Damari Carroll out there. Lucas is out there with Vaughn. Then it's Mbah a Moute. And it's Oden in at the 5, roaming the paint. Stolen by Grant. Oh, here we go with Gibson. Nobody back.
You've got to give them a lot of credit for just battling back into this game.
Extremely impressive was the rally they made. I mean, we'll see how much their comeback might have taken out of them. And we'll see if they can keep that foot on the pedal now.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of him.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg. And when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
Shot's good from Mbah a Moute. Mbah a Moute's got it all tied up now for Denver.
He had his head on the swivel and was able to pick out the pass and get the assist.
Chicago calls timeout.
Ladies and gentlemen, Kansas City.
We're just over a minute into overtime here. There's the triple. Grant, that's good.
Oh, big three right there. I mean, I've got to say, defensive breakdown, no doubt. They've got to have a bigger man on him.
Lucas kicks to Mbah a Moute. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
That's his second.
It's been a nice game for Luke Mbah a Moute. He has 11 points, and he's chalked up 1 3-pointer on the day as well.
And Clark, I'm sure that won't be the last one. A lot of times he can get hot and stay hot from beyond. Only down 2 now, but that miss might come back to haunt you. If they don't get a stop, it's back to a 2-possession game.
Stolen by Grant. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the official.
Chicago making a switch here. Salmons is checked in. Carroll, no one around him. And they cash in right away with the quick shot. Chicago leading by 3. Salmons from outside. Mbah a Moute pulls it in. Well, they're really making a point of keeping the ball moving around.
Yeah, gotta love this teamwork. I mean, everybody's involved and engaged. It's just a thing of beauty to watch.
It is, and Clark, that's the key. The D can't focus on one player, and no matter what anybody tells you, that ball will always move quicker than the defender.
And that trip coming up empty, missing both. Grant outside. Inside. Count it!
And that's exactly how they've gotten the lead right here. Easily, he's been their most consistent performer.
As simple as it gets. He's hitting everything he's looked at. Keep feeding the fire.
Inside. Mbah a Moute. Count it!
Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
I think he's sensing that this is a critical time in the game, fellas.
Here's Vaughn. Sinks it. And what a sensational bucket to bring them within one.
Wow, he was just wide open there. That's way too easy.
We can probably expect to see him slow it down now.
Yeah, you got the lead. Burn some clock here.
Smart move.
Yep.
To take the lead. He's off from 3. And so they foul intentionally.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let him dribble the game.
Exactly. I mean, got to stop the clock any way possible and hope they alligator arm a few of those free throws.
And so both free throws are good. And it's a 3-point game.
Those were pressure-packed free throws. And he looked as cool as he could be. So big to give them that 3-point lead.
Denver calls timeout. They're trailing by 3. 12 seconds left in the first overtime. Action has been terrific. And so it looks like Denver will retain possession here.
Oh, nice play there to get a hand on that pass and tip it out of bounds.
Just a whisker away from coming up with the steal there. Solid work on the back end of that play.
Yeah, finish hard with 2 hands on the stuff.
Yeah, nothing extravagant, guys, but again, no need on that one.
And they need to stop the clock, so there's a foul. It's the first, and that will put them up by 2. And so he drops them both. It's a 3-point game. Denver calls timeout. They're trailing by 3. 7 seconds left in the first overtime. Guys, your thoughts?
And you know what? You got a couple options here. You can take the 3 to tie it or get the quick 2 and then a foul.
And, you know, if it opens up for them inside, the quick 2 would be the way I would lean, Greg. But the foul has to come immediately after that.
He drops the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
Those free throws are the nail in the coffin, guys.
And so it's Chicago winning this one. They escape with a victory, although they needed, Clark, an extra period to get it done.
Well, I think it was one heck of a ball game. Both teams gave great effort, and the bounces just...
What up, Don?